Alright YouTube, so we are back with another discussion video for Final Fantasy 16? What? I'm just leaving that in there. Either way, we are back with another discussion video for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And yesterday we did a video talking about the possibility of an upcoming demo. We've been talking about a demo since at least E3, probably even before then. And the topic of that video was pure speculation on my part. It was based on not really any evidence at all, just the fact that the game's not going to be playable at Jump Festa, which I found to be weird because it's been playable at pretty much every gaming event. And if it's not going to be playable there, then maybe they're dropping a demo. That's kind of the point of the video. But a few things about that video kind of surprised me. For starters, the amount of people who just do not care about a demo anymore. For some of them, it's because we're pretty close to the release date, which is kind of fair. You know, if you waited this long, there's only like 2 months and some weeks left before the game comes out. So it's like, who really cares about a demo? Me personally, I absolutely want to get my hands on this game in any sort of capacity. I was never able to make it to any of these gaming events that were never really near me. So I never got to play this game at like E3 or anything. So I want to play it. And then there's people that don't think a demo can happen because of how close we are to the release date, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because I know demos and betas aren't exactly the same thing, but they kind of are, right? A beta is a demo. You have betas for like the Call of Duty games. Like this year, Modern Warfare, the beta was in September. The game came out in October, like a month before. We're still almost just under 3 months away from this game coming out, so a demo could absolutely happen. But we're talking about something that actually relates to the Final Fantasy series. The most recent mainline game being Final Fantasy 15 had several different demos that came out for it. The first one being Episode Dusksky that came out in March 2015 alongside Type 0 HD or whatever. And that was about 6 months before the initial release date of the game. Obviously, it got pushed to like November 2016. Then you have the Platinum demo, which came out in March 2016, about 7 to 8 months before the actual release date of Final Fantasy 15. So if you're basing it off of the way Square Enix does demos for the recent Final Fantasy games, maybe it is possible that we're not going to get one because of how close we are to the actual game coming out. But what surprised me even more was the amount of people who came out of nowhere talking about data mining, which is obviously a huge issue when it comes to gaming, but nobody's really ever talked about data mining when it comes to a demo for FF7 Remake. And I've been talking about this game for years at this point, and more specifically about this game and its demo for about half a year now, since E3. And I can tell you, because I check all my videos and I look at all my comments, that I've never once had a person, up until yesterday, ever comment about data mining the demo for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And the only reason they are talking about it is probably because of Soldier First Class's video he did like a week or so ago. And the reason I say that is because somebody actually commented on my video specifically referencing his video. Now look, I'd absolutely be lying if I tried to say that data mining wasn't an issue when it came to information for a game being leaked, but that hasn't stopped demos from coming out in the past. Game developers are very aware that if they release a demo for their game, or a beta for their game, it's going to be data mined to hell and back and information is going to be leaked, yet every single year, betas and demos come out for a multitude of games. Data mining has been around for a very long time. If we're talking about the actual origins of the act of data mining, we're talking 1700s, which doesn't make sense because people think of data mining in video games, but data mining is something outside of video games. If we're talking more so related to video games, you're looking at probably the 90s to early 2000s, is how long people have been data mining video games. People seem to act like Square Enix just now learned about data mining, like they haven't been making video games for like 30 plus years at this point. They knew very well whenever they released demos for Final Fantasy 15, they would get data mined. That wasn't news to them. They weren't surprised by that. Data mining video games was happening long before Final Fantasy 15. But obviously Final Fantasy VII Remake is a much bigger project than, let's say, Final Fantasy 15, right? This is a much more important project for a lot of people. And that might be why we're not getting a demo, because they might just want to avoid spoilers altogether. They don't want anything from this game leaked. I can agree with that. Something else Soldier First Class actually touches on in his video is how a demo is used to collect feedback on a game and fix any glaring issues or improve upon mechanics of the game. But that's not actually what a demo is for. I'm not saying they don't do that with a demo, but a demo is so that you can test out a game and decide if you want to purchase it or buy it. That's literally what a demo is for. What he's talking about or referencing is more so what beta testing or betas are for. And just to be clear, I'm only referencing his video because I'm assuming this is where everybody's getting their fear of data mining for an FF7 Remake demo from. At the end of the day, I understand the importance of FF7 Remake, and I can understand if they don't want any information for this game or anything at all leaked out, but at the same time, if developers were that worried about data mining, they wouldn't do demos or betas or anything like that, or free trials or anything. They just wouldn't do that if they were that worried about things being data mined. And at the end of the day, if they're worried about data mining because it's going to spoil things about the game for other people, that's going to happen anyways. You're going to have the people that are going to buy it and slowly play it, like myself, and you're going to have people that are going to buy it and beat it in like one sitting or 1 to 2 days, and then they're going to go online and tell you what happens in the game. They're going to spoil it for people anyways. That's going to happen. It's unpreventable. The only way you can avoid spoilers for the game is to stay off the damn internet. These days, because we're so close to the release of the game, there's probably a lot less people that care about a demo because we don't have that much longer to go. But you're still talking about, probably hundreds of thousands to even in the millions and millions of people that still want a demo for this game so they can play it, test it out, and just have that nostalgia of playing the bomb mission again. And ultimately, when the game releases on March 3rd, 2020, it's going to get data mined to hell and back anyways, and you're going to get shit spoiled for you, possibly future updates, DLC content if they're one to do that. Everything about this game is going to get spoiled for you regardless. I completely understand data mining and why we may not get a demo because of it, and I've never once said we're definitively going to get a demo anyway. I'm just kind of hoping that we do because I want to play the game myself, and it breaks series tradition. You're talking, 20 plus years of, demos for the mainline numbered Final Fantasy games from 7 to 15. There's been demos for the games, and it'd be just so weird for them to not release a demo for this one. Like, it'd be strange as hell. But this project is a lot more important, I'd say, than a lot of other games that have come out in the series, so maybe that's why we're not going to get a demo. I don't know. We still got a few months left. There's always the possibility I've seen people talk about maybe a demo coming out at launch or a little bit after launch. Kingdom Hearts 3 just now recently got a demo, if I'm not mistaken, which is almost a year after the game came out. So who knows? We may get a demo at some point, but it might be during or after launch. Anyways, we need to wrap this shit up. I was not planning on this video being anywhere near the 6 to 7 minute mark, but I do my videos unscripted, so they end up being as long as they are just by chance. Anyways, I pass off to you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on a Final Fantasy VII Remake demo? Do you think we're not going to get a demo within the coming months because we're so close to the game coming out? Do you think it's because of data mining, etc., etc.? And this should be the last video we do discussing a Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, unless something actually comes out worth talking about. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay updated with more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @DashingDavid. And my Discord links to my social networks are in the description. And in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby.